What I'm talking about, I am back with another video. Episode 7 of No.1 Sentai Gozyuger. I got to alright, I'm gonna try my best to catch up all of them tonight. If I don't, I can just resume tomorrow to keep watching the most recent episode of Doctor Who. Because, I don't know, just something about Doctor Who that these days I just don't not that interested in. You know, I still love the show, but I don't know. Well, I just like, but this is a great episode of Gozyuger. It actually brings a lot more knowledge into the fight. There's a lot more knowledge on this team. Sequence. So without delay, let's get into the episode. After the weekend, we continue where we left off with Gozyuger appearing to save them, to save Sumino. Led by Universal Warrior Tyranno Ranger. Uzi. Managed to brought an attack back at Mr. Knife, Miss Sweet Quake. Wait, can you have a false name? Managed to escape. Now seeing someone on Gozyuger. The Universal Ranger D transforms into an interesting eye. Oh, she's broke. Great. So anyway, after that, we got to the opening. After the opening, we got the Sumino all doing a case, and Rico was bothering her. She's also looking at some women who seem like enchanted recently. Also, Sumino's power doesn't work on him warriors. So that's pretty fascinating to know. And so once you contracted with a ring, she can't be read your mind. That's actually pretty cool. It actually makes it fair game too. She can read people like she can't beat any. That's no one. She wasn't able to read Tokonatsu. Never tried to read Tokonatsu. Like originally thought she was trying to do that, but no. Sorry. Anyway, 2 end up counting a No.1. I tried to enchant Sumino, but thanks to Rico, she's saved. And she's able to guess he's the one responsible for all this. And since Rico was an idol, sorry, this is our first challenge. This is our first challenge of this episode. So it's basically a contest to try see who has the better woo skills out there. And the judges are Mr. Knife, Miss Sweetcake, and Bouquet. Of course, she doesn't want Rico to know she's a member of the Beeline group, saying she just claims she's an ordinary citizen. These villains are just entertaining this season. So they begin their fight. I'm not going to go over that. It's more ends up just getting tied. They just end up tying. And I'll get to the winner a little bit later though. First off, we cut back to the cafe. Where there's shenanigans going on. Like, Kinjiro is trying to be, how the guy who thinks, how do you do, pal kids? So it's quite funny to actually have a guy represent that character, represent that. You know how adults think, like, they always think, like, when they write stuff, they always think, like, how do you do? It always comes up like, how do you do, pal kids? Like they're talking down to the kids, not talking like them. which is quite. And so, because Kidjo was an old man, he doesn't understand how young kids think. So it's quite funny. Unusual stuff. And I was going to get to his part-time job, get to another job, basically going for another interview. But that's one that mysterious man from earlier shows up in the cafe. Saying that's not a very Sentai then at all. He reveals his name as Meguro Osai. And he studied Sentaiology at a university or something. Okay. And basically, acting like a team. And basically gives them a challenge to make omurice. He also feels he's a universal and stuff. And he also has 2 wins. He obviously has 2 wins if they manage to impress him. And also Dino Fiend wins of Operate Red from Bakugo Sentai Operator and Kyo Red from Zugen Sentai Kyoruja. Also, we learn that the summon of Universal Mega Mechas is ability of the winds, which is actually really cool. I think it's called Regust. I might be that wrong. But it's an ability that allows you to summon the mechas from the Great Bow. So basically, they can fight. They don't just fight monsters. They can fight against other warriors and just ground fights as well. That's gonna be really interesting. And plus, it's possible for them to use It's possible to use those robots too during regular fights. Since again, the Gozyugers use their powers to transform into past Sentai. So we're like Gokaiger, but just Reds this time. So yeah, they initially do it solo. Thanks for some words from Raz Kid Friend. Also, let's get this team thing shy. So if we work together, I should create a great omurice. This is the first time I hear the name Gozyugers. Don't even hear the word Goju, Leon. Don't even hear that. They had to hear that every time they transform, right? Like, seriously. And they say they're Goju names. So they don't know what Gozyuger is? So we learn the Gozyugers are special. Since Tailsaw allows you to contract and use the powers of Legend of Past Red Sentai. Heroes who fought to protect the Earth. But the Gozyugers are unique, as they get their powers to lay out. The Gozyugers are multicolors, and they're able to use the Tiger Sword, since the legendary warriors are always red. The Gozyugers are a very unique team. Interesting. So did Tiger Sword craft those powers a long time ago? Before this whole challenge thing came about. Then helped out in the battle with the Rex. I saw them be piloted by a lot of the teams as well. Because, But I'm curious to see how the Boom Boom Joe vs. Gozyuger movie will come out next year. We're still waiting on who the situation will be with Gozyuger. Like, we don't know who that's going to be yet. Needs to be fascinated by that Sentai and how they would use powers in this past Sentai. It's pretty interesting. What's occurring in the book of the Sentai is obviously of the Go Rangers, which was the very first team of Super Sentai from 1975. It's a nice Easter egg too for those. Like, if you found any season, it'd be cool to see those suits again. Anyway, it gives him. He has them one last test for them. We don't hear what it is. I was cut back to the Rico's Battle with the one. And now for the final charges of a deep secret in a cool way. And Rico ends up being why he's in this in the first place. You realize why he's in this in the first place. He was nothing. He was more clout. He is clouded in the past, but when he became an idol, he brought a lot of smiles to people. But someone must not like that, and basically a rumor went around about him doing some heinous act that got by up in the industry. That's his real reason for being in this contest, become an idol again, become the #1 idol to make people happy. That is actually really cool. I like that. And that makes Rico the win. No one's not happy about that. But it's like coming in with the judges and stuff like about it. So it's time to be in the real fight. You know it's coming ready to fight too. Kinjiro brings Sumino and Ryukuro. Kinjiro brings Ryukuro and Sumino up to speed on what's been going on with them. As it's time for a Sentai tradition. We see all 5 of them transform together. After the usual introduction rounds for the fight, or the Monster and Gozyuger fight, we finally get the roll call. Not the full roll call, but we have heard that before when the Gozyugers were first introduced in the stage play a while back. We featured appearances from Zenkaiser, Don Momotaro, Kurogata Oja, aka Gira, and Boom Red, aka Taya. I wonder how whoever's going to react when he sees Taya in the eventual crossover movie next year. It's going to be curious how they'll interact. No, they look exactly the same. Now, Taya's actor is the only one I truly recognize. I know that what's his name? I know that Momotaro user. Tokunatsu, that's it. No, Tokunatsu his actor was a Ultraman actor. But I do not know what this actor's been in. So some of them may not be as familiar to me. Some of you know what series they're from. Let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be definitely curious. It'll be definitely helpful for me. So anyway. So we have a roll call. They are #1 Sentai, Gozyuger. I do like how Justice is posed a bit. Instead of being posted like this, he just posts on the ground. So we'll be seeing in a lot of promotions. And it's really cool looking. The traditional Sentai thing. Some people calls it cringe though. You know? Maybe to you, but we Sentai fans love the roll calls. It's been part of the franchise since the very first episode. So yeah. That's been our fight. As promised, Osai gives the wins to Ryugi and Kinjiro. Rikuro is basically Rikuro is battling the No.1. We're going to see them use the Dino Kyoru power. That's pretty cool. And Hero uses a Sentai win for the first time. Uses Tokunatsu's power. That's pretty cool. That's the first time Hero's ever done that. After that, Anyway, it goes on. Eventually takes about up to the monster, the giant robot that was summoned. Oh, he struggles with it, so Ozai joins in the fight. And we'll see how the Max is summoned. The dino also put to point out a little detail. I only just noticed this too when they transform. When a Universe Warrior transforms with the Sentai, with whatever one they use, they do the morph pose, or they do the henshin pose of him. At least I noticed that for this one. As he has his hands out like this, like Dino Baka. Alright, if you don't know, that's how the Jew Rangers transform. Since it's morphin time in Power Rangers. Everyone knows that. I describe the phrase for the Sentai. So that's how and the Dino Buck actually appears, allowing to summon the Mac. Summon Daijujin. It's pretty cool. We'll see how this is going to play in the future. I think that. Oh. And one of the battles won. As we go defeats the No.1 as well, in a really cool way. Yeah. Now the Gozyugers are officially united as a team. Officially with a Sentai name. Out of nowhere, Osai is struck down with shot or afar. Seemingly killed. As we see the assailant, some mysterious masked guy. Hey, let's see. And who else seems to have some type of connection with him in the preview? Who seems interacting with him? This exception is just kind of stupid. Keep the mystery much longer. Let's see who this guy is. He's called. I think he says he's the Wind Hunter. So we'll see how this is gonna go. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the up button. I want to see more subscribe channel. Look at me you'll be up to date all videos because I'm going to be up to date all the videos that comes out in the future. I'll see you guys later. Episodes 8 to 13. Sayonara.